Hello students, welcome to a lesson through the virtual training center of the Brihan Mumbai Mahanagar Palika. My name is Shraddha teacher, and in this lockdown period, since we are not able to go to school, children, we will be doing many lessons here online through the virtual class. So come on, let's proceed to our lesson for today.
So children, today we are going to do a very beautiful poem, and here, as you can see on the screen, you can see a train with an engine and some coaches. Alright, so looking at this image, you will be able to guess that this particular poem or this particular lesson is about something to do with trains and travel. So what is it about and what is the name of the lesson? The name of the lesson is From a Railway Carriage, and this is a beautiful poem written by R.L. Stevenson. Now children, all of us have gone from one place to another, isn't it? We have traveled. Now if you want to travel locally, that is to places which are close by to you, you travel by the auto rickshaw or you go by a taxi, or if you have your own vehicle, then you go by your own scooter or your bike, etc. Now suppose you want to visit your grandma, that is your nana or your nani or your dada, dadi, far away in your native place. Then what do? You always make bookings to go by train, isn't it? And the journey in the train is a very unique journey, children, isn't it? When you look outside the window, you see so many things. You can talk to people who are sitting next to you on the neighboring seats. When you look out of the window, you see so many things passing by. If you're crossing a countryside, then you see huge plains, meadows, you see so many cattle grazing on the fields, you see people walking around. When you pass a railway station and when the train is going in at a very high speed, you feel as if the railway station is flying away from you, isn't it? So now in this particular poem, it is about the experiences that our poet R.L. Stevenson has when he travels by train. So first we will read the poem quickly, and then we will try and see the meaning of the poem stanza wise. So today let us start reading the poem From a Railway Carriage. So see, this is the poem in your textbook. Now at this point, if you want, you can pause this video for a second. You can go and get your English textbooks, and you can open the lesson and come to this page so you can read silently along with me when I am reading. And please follow the arrow on your screen. Can you see this arrow moving on your screen? So please follow this arrow on your screen when I am reading the lines so you know where I am reading. So can we start? From a railway carriage. Faster than ferries, faster than bridges and houses, hedges and ditches, and charging along like troops in a battle, all through the meadows the horses and cattle. All of the sides of the hill and the plain fly as thick as driving rain, and ever again in the wink of an eye, painted stations whistle by. Here is a child who clambers and scrambles, all by himself and gathering brambles. Here is a tramp who stands and gazes, and here is a green for stringing the daisies. Here is a cart run away in the road, lumping along with man and load. And here is a mill and there is a river, each a glimpse and gone forever. So let us try and see what our poet Robert Louis Stevenson wants to tell us through the medium of this particular poem, From a Railway Carriage. So let's now see the poem along with the lines and along with some beautiful images so that you will be able to understand the poem better. And remember children, when you're reading a lesson in English, whether it is a lesson in prose or whether it is a lesson in poetry, what are you actually trying to do? We are trying to learn the language, isn't it? So how do you learn the language? You learn any language by trying to understand the meaning of the words in the language. So let's try to do an exercise in learning more about English by reading and understanding this poem From a Railway Carriage. So come on, let's start. Faster than fairies, faster than witches. Okay, so what is going faster than fairies and faster than witches? It is the train which is going faster than fairies. You know what is a fairy? And see, this is an image of a witch. Okay, so fairies and witches are opposite ideas. So fairies are an example of the good and witches are an example of evil. Okay, so when you say a good energy or a good you can say thing, it is a fairy, and when you say something bad and something negative, then it is a witch. All right, so faster, then these are all imaginary creatures. Okay children, no one has seen a fairy and no one has seen a witch, so these are all imaginary characters. Our train, it goes faster than fairies, faster than witches. Bridges and houses, hedges and ditches. So see, bridges and houses. So what can you see when you are in the train? You can see bridges, your train goes over the bridges. You can see houses, isn't it? You can see hedges and ditches. Now what are hedges and ditches? These are actually the same concept. They are different parts of the same thing. So see, what is a hedge? This raised portion here is the hedge, and in the middle the depression is called as the ditch. Let me tell you an easy example which you happen to see around you. You must have all seen a gutter, isn't it? We have municipality which has made the gutter in our locality. So on the gutter you have those two kattas which are raised like this. So those are the hedges, and the portion in the middle through which water flows are the ditches. Okay, so they are faster. The train, when the train travels, it is faster than fairies and it is faster than witches, because witches and fairies, both of them fly around, isn't it? Fairies have got beautiful wings and the witches have a broom on which they fly. Bridges and houses, hedges and ditches. So these are all the things that you can see when the train is rushing forward on the track. Let's see the next line here. And charging along like troops in a battle, all through the meadows, the horses and cattle. So when there are meadows, meadows means what? Open lands. You can see open lands on either side of the railway track. On those open land, you can see animals like horses, cattle. Cattle means cows, buffaloes, oxes, etc. You can see not only horses and cattle, but many other animals also who are charging along like troops in a battle. Charging along means rushing forward, running. Have you seen how troops in a battle, soldiers, when they fight, how do they run? In the same way, you can see these horses and cattle running along the meadows. From where? From the railway carriage, when you're sitting inside the railway carriage. So this is all that our poet is seeing when he is traveling by train. Okay, let's see what he wants to say next. All of the sides of the hill and the plain fly as thick as driving rain. So whatever sights that you see the hills, you see the plains, all of them fly past. Okay, like when it is raining very heavily, how do you feel? It is raining, like when it rains very heavily, you get dazed because of the rain. In the same way, or the way the way the hills and the plains rush past you, so that also leaves you in a daze. All right, too much of speed when the train has got, you feel as if the hills and the plains are flying in the opposite direction. In the next line he says, and ever again in the wink of an eye painted stations whistle by. So here you can see the train is passing a station, and say quickly. How does it pass the station? Quickly. And what do you say for quickly? You say in the wink of an eye. Alright? What is the meaning of wink of an eye? When you blink your eye, it takes such a small a fraction of time, isn't it? Hardly a second for you to wink your eye, to close your eyes and open them again. So it takes the train that much time only to rush past a painted station. So you can see here the train rushing past the painted station. Okay. Then the poet says, here is a child who clambers and scrambles all by himself and gathering brambles. So there is a child who you can see from the train who is climbing around alone, who's trying to climb the hills, and at the same time he's gathering brambles. Brambles means wild berries. Okay, when you go out in the wild, for example, now if you go for a picnic somewhere near the jungle or somewhere near a place which has got a natural setting, there you will see different kind of berries. All right, in Hindi we call them boar, we call them karvanda. Okay, so all these things you get, especially now in the rainy season. So there is this boy who's climbing the hills, and he is falling also, and he is alone, and he is gathering all these brambles. Okay, so he sees this child also, a poet, Stevenson. He is seeing such children also when he is traveling by a railway carriage. Here is a tramp who stands and gazes. Who is a tramp? A tramp is a person who is homeless. Okay, like for people we see sometimes they stay on the sides of the road, they stay on footpaths, they stay on railway stations, isn't it? They do not have too much with them, they just have a small dirty bundle of clothes and a few vessels. So these kind of people are called as tramps, T-R-A-M-P, tramp. Alright, they're sometimes very, they do not look very neat also. You don't feel like going close to them, isn't it? So these people are homeless people, tramps. So from the railway carriage, the poet also sees a tramp standing and looking at the passing train. And then he also sees women gathering flowers in order to make a garland. See? And there is the green for stringing the daisies. Daisies means different kind of flowers, and stringing the daisies means making a garland with these flowers. So you can see women trying to gather these kind of daisies in order to make a garland. So see, so many wonderful and so many interesting things the poet is able to see when he is traveling by the railway carriage. In the last stanza, the poet says, here is a cart run away in the road, lumping along with man and load. So along the railway track, he can also see a road, and on the road, he can see a man who is trying to pull a cart, which is quite heavy for him to pull. Okay, so along from the train, he is also able to see the road, isn't it? Then the last line of the poem, and here is a mill, and there is a river, each a glimpse and gone forever. So you can see a mill in some places. Can you see the mill there in the image? So a mill could be any mill, alright? It could be a windmill, it could be a paper mill, it could be a rice mill. A mill means a place where not very modern machines are used. Okay, a factory is a place where modern machines are used. So a mill can be a small factory. And you can see a river also from the train, each a glimpse and gone forever. So can you sit there and stare at the river or stare at the mill? No, you can't, because in a minute it has passed you. So that is why the poet is saying, and here is a mill and there is a river, each a glimpse and gone forever. And then finally we have this particular exercise in which you have to find out the pairs of rhyming words from the poem. I will try and give you at least 4 pairs. The remaining pairs you can try and find out as part of your homework. Okay, So what are the meaning of rhyming words, children? We have seen this earlier also in the earlier classes as well as in the earlier lessons. So are rhyming words? Rhyming words are those words which end with the same sound. Okay, so let us try and find out a few pairs of rhyming words from the poem. So you have witches and ditches. So see, witches s sound and ditches s sound. So we saw what is the meaning of witches. So see, witch means one witch, and here we have witches means many witches. And ditches. Okay, the ditch is, like I told you, another word for a gutter kind of a thing. But in a gutter, you have waste water most of the time. In a ditch, you could have good water also flowing. So this is one pair of rhyming words, witches and ditches. Let's look at the next one. You have battle and cattle. So what is battle? Battle means when you go to war. And then you have cattle. Can you see the cattle? Cattle means the cows, the goats, the buffalo, the ox, etc. And battle means when people go to fight a war. And remember, in the poem I told you how the horses and cattle, how do they charge or how do they run? They run like the soldiers who are going to fight a battle. So can you see how the soldiers are rushing forward to fight a battle? Alright, so these are two pairs of rhyming words, witches and ditches, battle and cattle. Let us look at two more before we wind up the lesson with a little bit of homework for you. So the next ones are plain and rain. So see, what is the sound here? At the end, it is a n sound. Plain, rain. Okay, so this is plain, alright, and this is rain. Okay, so this is one more pair of rhyming words for you. And let's look at the last pair of rhyming words. You have road and load. So you have the d sound at the end. Now children, why are rhyming words used in a poem? It is used in poems to make the poems more interesting, to make it more rhythmic. That is, if you want to sing this poem also, you will be able to sing it because of these rhyming words. Alright children, so today we looked at a very interesting, you can say, poem called The Railway Carriage. Alright, we saw what the meaning of the poem is, what the poet Robert Louis Stevenson wants to tell us. We looked at his vision of how the world looks like when we travel in a railway carriage. We also have the same experiences, isn't it? When we travel by train, we see the same things that the poet has been seeing. We also looked at the meaning of rhyming words and we saw examples of rhyming words. Now what you can do is, I've given you 4 pairs of rhyming words here. You can open your textbook and you can search for some more pairs. I'm sure you will find at least 3 more pairs of rhyming words in the poem.
So children, wasn't that a wonderful video? And did you enjoy watching it? So if you want to watch more such videos in future, then please like this video and also subscribe to our channel, the MCGM Portal for Education, and also hit the bell button so that you get notified whenever I upload a new video here. Thank you so much for now. Let's meet again soon.